Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to another Warframe versus video. So if you guys are new to this series, I pretty much go through, put the regular version against the Prime version. So yeah, that's pretty much what we do. We just compare what differences we can find in them and whatnot. It's usually by their abilities. Of course, we all know that the Primes are stronger, so I do suggest having at least one Prime in your rooster. So yeah, yeah. So obviously, guys, we are doing Mirage today. She is probably one of my top, I would say 10 favorites. Not sure about 5. She is one of the frames that I'm pretty decent with. I do like her. But she is the frame of illusion. So if you guys like to mess with your enemies, then this is a frame for you. But, so yeah. So let us hop into our arsenal here. So obviously this is my Mirage Prime. I haven't changed her colors since I've made these colors for her, so her colors are just staying as they are probably because I like her colors. But so on the right hand side, as always, we can find her abilities. So she has Hall of Mirrors, Sleight of Hand, Eclipse, and Prism. So I would say that she's definitely more of an attack frame. She's not one for like offense or anything. She's more like defense. But well, I guess offense. Oh, I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so she is more built for messing with the enemy, of course, and then using that to her advantage. And she's very deadly too, also. So if you guys like to have power, she's a good frame with power. But, yeah. And of course, these guns that I do have on her, Bolto Prime, these are her guns. So if you guys are wondering what her guns look like, that's what these are. I always try to put, the frames, guns that they came with, or weapons they came with, on them if I have them. Sometimes they're not built, so, you know, I just have to do what I do. But yeah, these are her guns. So if you guys are wondering what weapon she came with, these are hers. So yeah. So how this works, guys, if you are new, I gather all my energy and whatnot, and I create a bunch of enemies, and we just simulate a whole bunch of them and see what differences we can find. So, first ability, Hall of Mirrors. This pretty much makes doubles of her. And these doubles are deadly, just like she is. So in a way, you get extra firepower with these doubles, which is amazing. I love using this ability. I use this ability a lot, because it gives me an extra boost of attack. We're falling off. So I do suggest using that ability when you have her. Just because it gives you guys extra health, pretty much. So, ooh, I keep falling off. I'm just falling off today. So, this is one of my highly suggested abilities for her. Because her illusion clones, they pretty much serve as an extra hands, pretty much, is what I'm saying. So it's really a really cool ability, actually. And then we have Sleight of Hand. So this ability is kind of interesting. It works a lot better if you have, like, lockers you can put it on and stuff, because it like makes them trapped. It's kind of interesting. It kind of makes its own traps. That's how I would describe it. But I'm gonna release it for you guys. There will be these little crystal things. If the enemies go near them, they actually explode and cause damage. So they're really, really cool. I don't think we can destroy them. No, we can't destroy them ourselves. But this is what Sleight of Hand does, guys. It creates these around the area. Like I was saying, if you guys have like lockers, it'll actually trap those lockers, and I believe it can blind them, I believe. So it's quite an interesting attack if you guys want to mess with them. That is probably the one ability that you can mess with the enemies with, so. Alright, I think we got everyone, which is good. So yeah, as you guys can see, we have little clones around us. They just surround us. And they attack also. See, as you guys can see, they attack when we attack. So, they're awesome. I love using this ability so much. I do highly suggest it if you guys are new to her. It's probably the best ability you can use. Alright. Like us. And then Sleight of Hand, of course, was the one with the crystals that can explode and whatnot. Alright, so I'm actually going to show this next one to you up here, just because we got some dark and we got some light. So Eclipse is the next one. So depending on where she is on the map, if she's in shadows or if she's in the light, she can cause more damage. And I believe, let's look it up actually. Yeah, standing in light, Mirage dealt heavy damage, while the shadows make Mirage difficult to track, even harder to hurt. Okay, so when you're in the light, you cause more damage, and then when you're in the dark, when you have this ability activated, you're hard to see. So it's another ability that kind of messes with your enemies, technically. So in this, you would have more damage, and then you'd have be harder to find here. Which, as you guys can see, it kind of has a cool effect to it when you are using it. The dark is kind of creepy, look at that. Makes you like a shadow, a living shadow, which is kind of disturbing. But, yeah. So that's pretty much what that ability does. I could probably test it for you guys. Let's pull out our enemies. Let's see if we can mess these up. Yeah, they're not sure where we are. Our shade kind of helped us, though, that Mirage is one of those frames I do suggest that you use for multiple abilities at once. Just because you can stack your abilities, you always can do that with any frame. Remember that. So, Mirage is one of those frames that you suggest stacking with her, just because it helps a lot. So yes, do stack with Mirage. We do want someone over here. My weapons are a little OP, so can't really show you guys how much damage we can do to them or anything, but alright, so yes, there is the first three. Then of course we have our final ability, which is always epic, and it's called Prism, which is pretty awesome, actually. So it releases a giant ball of energy type stuff, and it just rolls, spins around. And when those hairs that it has touches an enemy, it pretty much kills them on spot. So yeah, that ability is pretty sweet. As you guys can see, we literally took out the whole group of enemies just using that. So yeah. So I think there is a difference we can find in the prism. Yeah. So there's like a metal balls around the ball. Yeah, as you guys can see if you got a close look at it. I think that is one difference that the Mirages have. I don't know if they have any other differences. They probably don't, because these videos, the past few times we've done these videos, we've noticed that they don't have much differences except like health and their strength. It's pretty much the only real differences they have, which is interesting. But let's see here. So we got kind of a just solid mirror effect on that ability. In this ability, we got the crystals look like that. And then let's do Eclipse. We're just glowing, really strong in the light, and then dark. And we kind of flicker in the dark, which is interesting. So, just a few things to look at. We also have a smoke effect when we're in the dark, which makes us kind of look like a shadow. So there's a couple things we can look at for the other Mirage, the regular one. Alright. Let's go back up here, and we are going to pull out regular Mirage now. And my Mirage, she has a different skin on her, so don't be alarmed if you guys are like, is this Mirage? It is. You guys know me, I like to keep my stuff all the same color because I'm weird like that. So anyways, this is my normal Mirage. So I did change her colors up a little bit and whatnot, but she is very girly colors, as you guys can see. And yes, like I said before, this is a different skin she has on her. I believe she has a Tenno-Gen skin on her. If you guys are wondering which skin it is, I believe it was one that came out a while ago. I think it was the last one that came out for her, I believe, is what I'm gonna say. But I do like how it looks. It kind of has like a cool, like icy look to it, sort of. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool at the same time. So, yeah. So, differences we can find in the health and the shield. Obviously, Mirage Prime has a major gap in her health and shield. Normal Mirage, she's more close, which is surprising. So, she's more well-rounded, I guess you can say, in that category. But alright, so we gathered our energy. Let's see if we can find any differences. Simulate. So here's our Hall of Mirrors. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much difference in that. And then here's our sleight of hand. As you guys can see, you saw it in action. It exploded those guys when they touched but near it. That's what I mean. It does serious damage if they go near that crystal ball we make. So here, let's take a closer look at it. Yeah, it looks about the same as Mirage Prime's, just depending on whatever color your energy is. Just pretty much is the big difference. Then we got Eclipse. Yeah, Eclipse looks about the same also. Let's go into the dark, see if it does that flickering effect. Yeah, so it seems to be about the same for those 3 abilities for each of them. Whoa, her skin is really cool in the dark. When you see sneaking around, that's wild. Alright. And then we got Prism, which let's reactivate the enemies, and then we can use that. Alright. Oh, we didn't activate them. We jumped off too soon. Alright. Alright, simulate. Okay, let's do it, guys. Woo! Yeah, as you guys can see, it looks pretty much the same except that little metal that's around it. That's the only major difference we have in their abilities. Visually, that's what I'm trying to say. Hate when I try to say something and then it's the wrong word I was trying to say. Yeah, alright guys, so besides that little effect, little bonus look on the Prism, it seems like that's like the only serious difference Mirage has in her abilities. Like I said, if you guys like to mess with your enemies, this is the perfect frame for you. And I do love pulling her out on occasion and having fun with her. She is probably one of my favorites, like I said earlier. Easily top 10. So yeah, guys. There you have it. So there is our Mirage versus. I believe we have... Ooh. I don't know who's next, guys. I honestly don't know who's next. Let's go see. I believe we have... Oh, we have Nekros next, guys. So we have the Death Frame next, guys. If you are a Nekros main, we're gonna go do the versus for him in the next video. So yeah, guys. So there you have it, guys. If you enjoyed, please do leave a like, and of course I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.